Hey folks, Pete back with you. It's been a long time. This summer was exceptionally busy. Honestly, I could have got some really great footage on a lot of projects. We did a complete home site, and we're actually working on 2 more complete home sites right now. But we've been so busy that, doing these videos takes a lot of extra time, and getting the jobs done was more important than getting the videos out. So my apologies for that, but I did want to take some video today because I'm going to use the flail mower today. And I have used this before. I used it twice, and the way I used it the first 2 times though is I just had my Stucci threaded quick couplers here. And I got the Stucci fittings for the end of the hoses going to the mower, so that it made switching between the mower and the flail mower, or the flail mower and the tilt bucket, easier. But there was a section of that line that necked down to 3/8 from 1/2 inch. And I've got a buddy of mine I worked with who's a mechanical engineer and fluid dynamics pro. He did some calculations and he said I was losing about 30% of my power to the mower by having that section neck down. So what I did yesterday is I took the Stucci valves right out. And I also learned something new yesterday, that a straight flat face coupler has more flow restriction than those Stucci thread-on quick couplers, because when you thread those on, the plunger gets pushed in a lot deeper, which allows more flow than the standard flat face. So that was a good piece of information to learn. But now you can see I'm necked down from this diameter to this diameter, but this hose and fitting is this diameter. So I'm still about 1/8 of an inch, 3/16 of an inch larger diameter now than where I was. And that also holds true for this side. See, this is all the same diameter, and it's a straight through flow now. There's no internal valving from the quick coupler. There's no necking down to the smaller size through the quick coupler, then going back to the larger size. I'm really interested in seeing how that affects the performance. I'm guessing I'm gonna notice a difference. I hope I notice a difference. I gotta make sure that these don't get hung up. It looks like they should be okay there. Yeah, so this Eterra EX30 flail mower is a beast. I did a quick video when I got it, but those knives are legit. They're 8 inches long, and I think the pair of them actually weighs 8 pounds or something ridiculous like that. So there's a tremendous amount of rotation mass going on in there. So I've noticed, you can see up on the bank there, I mowed some of that thick grass up there. Do a quick walk down here. I mowed up on the bank here, mowed my road that we put in last year. Reached up there quite a ways, kind of surprised. And from just sitting here in the road, you can see I've got close to a 40-foot wide path here between, you start up there on the bank all the way down there to below the road. That's quite a swath with just one pass. So I tried it out here, raising it and raising it especially up the steep bank definitely takes a little power away from the head, but never enough to where it stopped cutting. So the other thing that I did like a dummy is I left the 50 in eco mode, so I wasn't getting full power out to the head. So today I'm going to start a mowing project, and I thought it'd be a good opportunity to get a little footage. because it's pretty thick down there, and it's a pretty large area. So I thought I'd take a little video today after explaining, you know, how we hook things up here to get maximum performance out of this. The motor on this head is rated between 17 and 21 gallons per minute, and the ECR50 has a 19.8 gallon per minute flow. So it's a perfect mate for this machine. So yeah, looking forward to getting rolling here. I'll once I get down there and get started, we'll start taking a little footage and we'll see how this baby performs. All right, while things are warming up here, I just want to show you what I've done on the menu here to get this set up. So first what I did was I picked the tool. So, you know, see, I got a new computer in this thing, so it's not set up the way it was. But essentially the, excuse me, the flail mower works exactly like a hammer, where it's continuous flow in one direction. So I set this to hammer mode, right? And then if I go into tool setup, I can define my X1. And here you can see that it's turned on, and you can see the hammer, and you can see the flow in one direction. This side is 100%, and this side is turned off. And if I move across, I could adjust the flow to that. Let's say my machine put out 22 gallons a minute. I could lower this to get it into the spec. But here you can see the inversion. This one right here is the inversion. So if I wanted to, hold on a minute, actually, if I go back to that and click on that, you can see that I can change it to where it's just acting normal. And then this section now, it's just saying it's a quick return to the tank. So it reduces the amount of restriction in the return line. Here I can crisscross it. If for some reason I had it turned backwards, where my lines were backwards, I could have it where it flows the other direction. This is just straight up. But this is what I want. I want this to be continuous flow on the left and return to tank on the right. So I'm going to set that. And then what I did here on the ramp up and the ramp down, I can slow that down. But I have the ramp up acceleration set to maximum. You can see that it's like full power right away. Where the ramp down now, I've got it smoothed out a little bit so it doesn't just shut it off. Even though the mower itself will free spool back to 0 RPM. So, and then the other part here is you have to enable the push button flow. So rather than holding the proportional valve, instead of holding this valve one way all the time to keep the mower going, there's a button on the back side here, and when this is enabled, that turns that button on. So to start the mower, I just need to hit the button and release it, and it's continuous flow. So I think that covers how this is set up in the menu. Things are still warming up. I'm going to reset my trip hour meter, and we'll get down to the job site, and then we'll get some footage of this thing cutting down some brush and some small trees and bushes.